How is it going, you beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Griff Dog's Diecast of the Week, and let's jump into it as we got a couple of nice looking cars here today. First car, Eric Almirola's 2017 Smithfield Foods Ford Fusion. I'll give you a quick little tour of the car. As you see here, we got Smithfield here on the front. We got this patriotic red, white, and blue here. Petty blue all the way around. 43, Smithfield. Then you got Field with Bacon. I don't think that's like literally possible, but cool, good for them. You get Nathan's Hot Dogs, Frank's in there in the back. And you got a couple more logos here on the side. So, first thing that I like about this car is the Petty Blue. The Petty Blue really shines in this car, and I really love the car because of that. Back in 2013, it was more black and white, and for whatever reason that didn't show, but in 2014 on forward they went with this light blue look. The other big thing that I love about this car is that the decals work. You got Smithfield here on the front, and then the part I really love the most, as is shown here on the back, and then up here, is that the car is fueled by bacon. Again, it's not possible, but you know what? That's really cool. The other big thing I really love about this car too is the creative use of the Petty Blue and how it is tied with America. Because you got the Petty Blue here, but then if you look really closely, you got the stars here, and then the stripes are actually in the form of the Petty Motorsports logo. And so you got the red and white kind of whooshy thingy here, and then you got a couple more stripes of like America here in the back, and it continues to here as if those stripes are going to go to the Ford logo in the back. And so I really like how it's so unique, and it's definitely a different looking car. The only other real, problem I have with this car is that even though this is Smithfield Foods, the problem with this car is that it's really hard to tell that this is actually like a food company. Because you got the word just Smithfield up here, but there's no sign on the car saying that it's supposed to be like a food company. And it's just my opinion, but it's one of those things where it's like false advertising, because with the America stuff, you'd think it'd be like a Patriot store or something like that. But no, it's a food brand. And what kind of helps a little bit is that you have Nathan's Frank's and Eckrich, which I believe is a grocery store. And then you got Florida Fresh here on the side. But the big thing is that this is definitely a unique looking car. I love that. But the only other real problem is that even though this is the first time I got Eric Almirola's car, this has been the same design for quite a few years now. If I recall, this is I think the 4th year in a row that this is the same design. It's a good design, don't get me wrong, but it's like I kind of wish they did change it up more frequently. It's not a big deficit, but it's definitely something I have noticed. So overall, very great looking car. The only thing that I'm just not a fan of is that it is misleading in a way. And so because of that, I give this car 4 stars. Great looking car. I just wish there could have been a little something to tell us more that this is a food company. Now, speaking of food, the second car we're going for is another 43 car, but it is definitely one of my favorites. So this car, get back here. This car is John Andretti's 2001 Honey Nut Cheerios Dodge. Now, if the car looks a little different to you, I'll show you a quick little tour. You got Honey Nut Cheerios, and you got the B here on the front. Then you got orange, and you got a wing here on the side, Honey Nut Cheerios, and then randomly you got Red Wing Shoes, as well as Sprint as logos on the side here. Honey Nut Cheerios here, Honey Nut Cheerios on the deck lid, Honey Nut Cheerios on the side. The reason why this car is different is because I got this car out of a cereal box. I don't think it was literally from the Honey Nut Cheerios cereal box, but it was a free little gimmick that the cereal boxes were selling back in 2001. So I got the car because I got the cereal box, which I have to say is a pretty darn good deal. So let's get down to critiquing this car. First of all, I love the great array of colors on this car. I love how you have the orange and the wings and then the yellow and black stripes all the way back. And it's purposeful. Like, there is a reason why the Petty Enterprises and Honey Nut Cheerios had the design the way it is. And I'll explain that in a couple of minutes here. Another thing I really think is successful is the decals, and most specifically the fronts. Because it's one thing where you can just randomly have, or not randomly, you can have the Honey Nut Cheerios logo here. But what really sells it is how huge the bee is on the front. It's definitely appealing. I also love the unique design pattern on this car. And remember how I said it's purposeful? I'll show you. Look at the bee for a second. Notice how he's wearing an orange shirt, and yet he's not wearing any pants. It's yellow and black, and it's repetitive all the way to the rear. And so because of that, look at the car now. The front is orange, just like the shirt of the bee. The wings are on the side, just like the bee's wings are usually on the side. And then the rear, yellow and black repetitious stripes, just like the bee here on the back. And if you want to add more, the black spoiler could be the black stinging point of the bee. I find it really cool that they did a repetition of the bee on the entire car that's also on the hood. It is a very unique car, and I especially love the orange. The orange makes the car as a whole completely stand out. So it is a very, very unique car, and it is a very good looking car, and so because of that, I'm going to give this car 5 stars. And then finally, to end this video, I'll put both cars together. And so Gen 6, Gen 4, and you can tell these cars are completely different, but these cars are also 16 years apart. Lots have changed in 16 years. But there you go. There's the two cars. You can see the differences that have come over the years. And that'll do it for the rest of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the cars. And if you guys have any suggestions on what other cars you want to see in the future, please let me know in the comments down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I will see you next time.